This is From the Petty Corner. I'm Petty Diana, and today I have the next welterweight championship matchup here with me. Anthony Babyface Blackburn, the champion, and Emanuel Muniz, the former champion, the number one ranked. They will be facing off against each other at Power Slap 10 for their rematch. Welcome back to the Petty Corner, guys.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, we're going to have a little press conference here and then a face-off at the end. So let's get into things. The first question will be for you, Anthony. How do you feel having Manny as your opponent? Do you feel like this rematch is warranted, or do you feel like there's another contender in the division for you?
Yeah, I feel this match is definitely the best matchup in the welterweight division right now. Until they have more welterweight matches, then I don't see any standouts, really. So running this one back made the most sense, and I'm excited.
I can't wait. And Manny, how are you feeling going into this match against Anthony?
Excited. I've been preparing really well for this one. Things have been going smoothly. Just ready to get back in there. I wanted to be back like right away, but then obviously this kind of fell back into place, so happy with that too.
And Anthony, what do you think that you're doing different in this camp to prepare for this match, or like something that you can do different from last time?
So this one I definitely have had more heads up to prepare than most of my other matches. So that's the biggest advantage right now is I've had time on my side as opposed to the other times.
And Manny, I'm gonna ask you the same question. So how are you preparing for this one?
Yeah, I've been working a lot. For various different reasons. I didn't perform like I wanted to, I guess you could say. In the last matchup, and this time, kind of like he said, like we have way more time. Like nothing going on in my life right now. It's just been focused on this. So it's been great to just kind of sit back and get away from everything and just do this. Just focus on this.
And Anthony, how do you see your path to victory to retain your belt and make history?
It's got to be, you got to like, especially being such a close match this the first time around, the second go around, you got to have a more impressive performance to the judges. They got to see something better than they saw last time, I think. So you just got to stand out a little more.
And Manny, I'm going to ask you the same exact question. So how do you see a path to victory for you on this one?
I definitely I agree with him. I don't want to slap his ass for a third time. So, I mean, one of us has got to make it more definitive this time, make it more clear. Maybe one of us will put each other on our ass or do something like that. But definitely I want to come out and make it more definitive. I want to set myself apart further ahead so there's not any questions about a third fight or, who won or yada, yada, yada.
But if there is a third fight, I will say I would love to see a road to the title with you guys as coaches to set up for that trilogy.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be super fun. Obviously, I did, season 2, and I enjoyed it, but it'd be better with Blackburn. He's actually probably a good coach, and unlike the other guy.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll do something in like February or start filming February, March for season 4 of it. They got to do something early next year, I'm thinking.
We'll see. But Anthony, who's one person besides Manny that you see in the welterweight rankings that you would see a championship potential matchup with?
Definitely Jules Scott. If Chris won a match, he's ranked higher than everybody else. So I'm sure he's always ready for a title shot. He wants his belt back so bad it's killing him. So, that's another one. I'd like to shut that one down. I'd like him to go somewhere, either go up a weight class if he has a hard time making the weight or, get retired, do something else.
Manny, who's one person that you see that is in the welterweight rankings that you see championship potential with?
Kind of piggybacking on him, Joel's really the only one with like recent wins. Obviously, and not even to his own fault, but yeah, they weren't the cleanest wins, whether his opponent fouled out or he had a foul, whatever it was. He still was able to pull them off, but he's like the only one within the top 5 with like a recent win, like within any kind of memory. So, I mean, honestly, I really just want to see more welterweight movement. I want to see more guys competing in welterweight. I don't think it's necessarily the striker's fault. Just putting those fights together.
Yeah. And to be honest, I think that the middleweight division is one of the most exciting divisions right now. There are some guys that I see that could come down and, be good competition for you guys.
Azael's one of them. He could come down. I could see few of the guys off of season 3. If they don't do good at middleweight, they'll come down to, that always is a trend. And they don't do good at their original weight class. Drop some pounds and get in good shape and then try again.
Yes. But Anthony, what is something that surprised you in the first match against Manny that you weren't expecting?
How pumped up I was. I was pretty animated. I didn't lose focus at all. It was pretty controlled match. But I was pretty surprised that I didn't get wobbled too bad. He's hit me pretty hard, and I was able to eat him pretty well.
And Manny, what is something that surprised you in the first match that you didn't see coming?
You know what? It's a good one. I think I actually talked to Blackburn about this. This is the shape of his face. It threw me off. The shape of his face. It was different from the last maybe few guys that I've competed with, and I couldn't get my the angle of my hand right. And I was higher than I should have been or should have usually been. I think one of them maybe you could have called, but the other ones just were I couldn't get them in the right spot. I just couldn't get it right. And part of that was probably just myself as well. But yeah, it's the shape of your face.
Well, I think one of these fan questions from Instagram, I think maybe would be a great piggyback off this, but somebody had asked, do you think the changing up of the cadence cost you the belt? So I know you went on 1 a couple times, and you went on 2, then you went on 3, and it seemed like you got stronger as the rounds went along. So do you feel like, not sticking to your normal striking kind of cost you?
Honestly, I would do it again. I feel comfortable going on 1. I think it wasn't necessarily that I went on 1. It was just me. It had nothing to do with it, whether it would have been 1 or 3. I would say the only thing that helped me in the match with, me turning to go to 3 was just calming down, because I was getting irritated with myself. I was getting angry with myself because I knew I wasn't getting it right. I knew I was messing up. But in terms of the technique, no, I mean, I feel comfortable going on 1. I generally practice on 1.
Okay, so we're going to turn to fan questions now, but I guess Anthony will start with you because I just ended with Manny. But if given the opportunity to hit each other 10 rounds, who would win?
Oh,
10 rounds.
I don't want to go 10 rounds, but I love myself in 10 rounds. I do feel like one of my bigger traits, which in shorter matches sucks, is that I get stronger as it goes on. I get more comfortable as things go on.
Yeah. 10 rounds is a lot, though.
Yeah, I mean, at Slap Fight Championship, their championship matches are 10 rounds, and I could see myself going 10 rounds. I'd be worried about the damage coming in those later rounds because it adds up fast, and then, obviously you're, feeling it. So, yeah, that'd be my biggest worry is the damage.
Yeah, I agree. But what were you trying to say, man? I don't even know if I can hear you. I think it might have cut out.
Am I here? No, I think in Slap Fight Championship, you could go 10 rounds all day. I think we both could go 10, 15, 20 rounds all day. In Power Slap, these guys hit a little bit harder in Power Slap, so the damage for sure would add up.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so this opens up a conversation that wasn't even planned in this little press conference, but we had 2 matches and in a draw in Power Slap 9. I would literally that your match cannot end up in a draw. We need to know who's the winner.
We can't.
So would you guys be opposed? Because at the end of the Crazy Hawaiian and Dumplings, people, they were chanting one more round. Would you guys be opposed to going 1 or 2 more rounds just to have a clear winner and not end in a draw?
I would say this. If it was to be like that, if you were to say, if you both agreed, all right, let's go one last round, sudden death, I would say then that round would be what's counted. You don't count the rest of the match. That's all scrapped. Now it's sudden death. This is the round that counts. So whatever happens this round happens.
Yes.
Yeah, that round would have to decide it.
Yeah.
But I'm not opposed to it. Sucks in a championship fight like that, like to not have a winner. I know as a champ, like I would not want to keep my belt because of a draw.
Yeah.
That sucks, and not at fault of like the crazy Hawaiian or whatever, but like I would just hate that. I do think that crazy won that fight though.
Manny, what would you do to fix up striker fouls outside of your weight class?
To fix striker fouls.
Yeah, outside of your weight class.
I'm put the pressure on the guys, on the strikers here. Fucking practice, do your job. Like it's your job. That's your job. You showed up. You're getting paid to do this. Learn how to do it correctly. Like I understand, if in 3 fights you have 1 foul. Like I get that. Accidents are gonna happen. Mistakes are gonna happen. You're getting hit. Like you're gonna miss sometimes. It's part of the game. You're not gonna be perfect every single time. But dudes who are like consistently fouling or consistently having these same issues, like practice.
Love it. But Anthony, what is your favorite restaurant in Detroit?
Ooh. I would have to say Fishbones. Shout out Fishbones.
Okay, what is your meal, like your go-to meal from there, I guess?
It's a I want to say it was the Bayou Sampler. So you get it's catfish, redfish, and another fish, all in a basket, all fried. It was really good.
Love it. But Manny, what's going through your head right before you get slapped?
Hopefully nothing. Hopefully nothing. But I mean, the first one is like, I mean, I'm very confident in myself, but the question is always there. Is obviously at any given point, and it's so funny. I tell people all the time, like I've never really been hurt. The one time I did get knocked down, I really think it was an accident of my own. But I know someone out there can knock me out. Like, I'm sure you put up someone like Francis Ngannou, he's gonna freaking murder me. But like, it's gonna happen. It'll happen one day. We just saw, so sad. RP. Max Holloway finally get cracked. Like, it's gonna happen. So I mean, the question obviously is always there. But especially after the first one, I'm locked in. I'm good. And it only gets better as the rounds go on, for me at least.
Yeah. But anyway, Anthony, what is going through your head right before you get slapped?
Eat this. Eat this and look at him. That's the only thing going through my head.
Okay, sorry, I was just trying to read this next question. But since Power Slap is such a new sport and can be controversial due to the risk, what's your family's reaction when you decided to join, and how do they feel about it? Guess Manny, you go first.
I guess honestly, I'm kind of the wild card of my family already, so it wasn't like a shock, I guess, to them. But as they've, as the sports progressed, as they've been able to see things, as they've been able to come to the live events now too, they're like super, super, super supportive. So it's been great in that aspect.
And Anthony, same question for you. Since it's new and controversial, what does your family think, and how did they feel when you decided to join?
So when I first signed up off of Facebook, it was kind of like I didn't really think I was going to get picked, so it was like a haha kind of joke in the family. And then when I started getting emails, they were like, "Are you really going to do this?" I was like, "Yeah." And they were against it. My grandma and everybody was like, "Don't do it. You're going to get hurt," and blah, blah, blah. So after I won my first match, they're all supportive, and they watch it live. All my cousins and aunts and uncles, they watch live, and it's really cool to have their support from back home. And they're all really, really supportive. It's cool.
I love it. I saw both of your families at Power Slap 8. And then Anthony, on the live stream, you were talking about like how your grandma like texted you. She like woke up like just just to watch it. So that was really cute. Um okay, but Anthony, um do you have any superstitions or rituals before you go out there, like a lucky shirt or kind of food or like ritual that you do beforehand?
Other than like, I usually get up in the morning and I'll go down to the Circa lobby and I'll get my twisted tea in the morning and chat with all the other guys and get ready for the day. Other than that, uh, no, just calling my family the night before and chatting with them, making sure they're all right and feeling good. That's about it.
And love it. And Manny, do you have any superstitions or rituals before a match?
Um, not anything in particular. I just me personally, I like to stay like as relaxed and like normal as possible. I like to just normal day. Just a normal day.
Love it. All right, Manny, if you can change one rule or add something new to the sport to make it more fun or unique, what would it be?
Uh, I mean, to make it more fun, I would love to go like old school slap fight championship until someone taps out. But realistically, that's probably not the best idea.
Agreed.
So, Anthony, that's the same answer?
Yeah, that'd be cool to really see who's tougher and go till someone quits. That'd be cool.
But, Anthony, are there any personal mantras or quotes you live by that give you strength and confidence before stepping up on the stage?
Hmm. There's like an old Pistons saying from like back when they had their championship run in '03 or what. It was, it's time to go to work. That's what I like to have going in my head when I'm going out, walking out.
Love it. Do you just like yell it to yourself in your head?
Yeah. And then
I
like
love it. Hey, whatever gets you
the
hype and
train
gets you
horn,
going.
woo, woo, the train horn's going and everything. Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
fun.
Manny, are there any personal mantras or quotes that you live by that gets you going before stepping on stage?
Um, I would say like the one that I like live by. Just relentless in pursuit. Of whatever that may be. Relentless in pursuit of happiness, love, money, whatever it is. Relentless. Attack everything relentlessly. But before like walking on a stage, I started this because I used to when I played football in high school. In my early years, I had like a lot of anxiety and I would get really nervous and it was just stupid stuff. So I started to tell myself I would sit and I would almost like a prayer to myself, like kind of talk to myself and tell myself, like you're here and you've done the work, you've done everything you need to do. And then I would just tell myself like, oh, it's just peace and tranquility, like calm yourself down and live in the moment.
I love it. Okay. Well, Anthony, if you weren't a power slapper, what would you be doing right now? Do you have any surprising hobbies or interests?
I think I would probably be making pizza somewhere again. I miss it right now. Like I want to get back at it. Or like cooking. I miss cooking, so I'd probably be doing that or making pizza somewhere.
Yeah, I gotta get that pizza truck up and running.
I know that's what I'm hoping I can get it going.
And Manny, the same question to you. If you weren't a power slap striker, what would you be doing right now? And any hobbies or interests or surprising hobbies or interests?
Well, obviously, I'm a big combat sports fan. I do train. Um, Shoot, I would love to have amateur fights next year, but I for sure would be doing that now if I wasn't doing this. But other than that, I'm kind of in the same boat. I love cooking. I'm a huge food person. I meal prep all my meal preps. I do all my cooking for myself. Um, Trying to get into like a food truck type business as well. Um, so probably something along those lines for work and my day to day life stuff.
Love it. I'm a foodie too, so like if there's food, I'm there.
Mhm.
Okay, but if you win the match, are you prepared to call anybody out afterwards, Anthony?
No, not yet, because I think they have to have more matches. Like Manny said, there's got to be some more progress in the weight class and the division. Like, we need some movement and some standouts. So maybe a couple events and, I don't know, season of Road to the Title. Then we'll have
Yeah.
some standouts for sure.
Hey, maybe this ends in a draw or goes Manny's way, and then we see a season 4 coach. But we'll see. Manny, are you prepared to call anyone else out after this match if you win?
I mean, maybe Frank and Erica tell them they need to get the welterweight. But other than that, no. I mean, I would honestly kind of back to what we were saying earlier. There's a couple 85ers that could make 170 no problem. I'd love to welcome them down to the weight class. Obviously they need to make a showing at 170, and they go fight for the belt. But
Yes, I love it. The welterweight does need a little bit spicing up, out of like the top like 3 or 5. We need a little bit of spicing up. Maybe we just need to see some old faces return. They got, they've been training, they've been doing things. I don't know. We'll see. What are your final thoughts going into this match, Anthony?
Final thoughts. Good luck. That's what I want to say. I'm going to say, first of all, good luck. I know it's going to be another banger. Hopefully this time we both hit 100%. We hope both are on our A+ game, and it's crazy. We'll see what happens then.
Love it. Yeah, it was so close. Like, dang. But Manny, what are your final thoughts going to this?
kind of same thing. I mean, you guys know, everyone knows that we're pretty cool with each other for the most part. Obviously, we're gonna get up there and try to kill each other, but until the time comes, we're all good. But back to kind of what we were saying earlier. Like, I'm really just aiming to make it definitive.
Love it. Well, this ends our welterweight press conference, and now it's time for a little face-off. This is our first virtual face-off of the welterweight matchup at Power Slap 10.
Bring it on. Bring it on, homie.
Let's go.
We will see you guys live and free on Rumble or at the live event December 6th in Las Vegas for Power Slap 10.
See y'all there.
Oh.